Good evening. This is Lurking Lately. This is actually a redo of a live stream that I did because I forgot to hit the record button and didn't realize that until halfway through the stream. So, what did you miss? Well, you missed a complete party wipe when we were down in the swamps, which was very embarrassing. But it also proves a point, and that point is that we're drastically underskilled, underleveled to be in the swamps, even with mercenaries. But we did make it out alive. So I'm just going to kind of retrace my steps. And originally the plan was to go, from up here in the hub all the way down to the grid, loot the grid, and then come back to Shark. But in the previous stream that I did, we got to about here, and we were in pretty bad shape. So I just said, I don't think we're gonna. I don't want to risk going down here and dying along the way. Especially if we ran into some kind of beak thing that wandered in from the crater. Because while there are no enemies in the grid, enemies can wander in. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recreate the run, but act as if I never even wanted to go to the grid. So, we'll probably just go straight down to Shark. Kind of take this route here, because the recording picked up just as we were leaving Shark. And then I can just pick up the recording that we did do on the way back. So let's cross our fingers. Hope I don't wipe again. Hope that this recording is actually recording. And let's get started. First, I'm going to hire the mercenaries for 2 days. Then I'm going to select everybody. And we're going to get moving. All right. It is a bummer that I couldn't make it to the grid. But if I'm being honest, what I really want from the grid is it's kind of the only unguarded engineering research area. And we don't actually need engineering research or ancient science books right now. I mean, we haven't even started regular research. So it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit less efficient. If I was going to do this right, I probably should have sent these guys out that we do have to go hunt some starving bandits, see how they did, that kind of thing. But we're kind of committed with the course of action for the sake of the second part of this stream. So let's see if we can't get moving. Now, because we are completely underleveled for this, I'm going to start sneaking. Only because I want to avoid taking any fights if we can help it. I'm also going to stick to the roads until I get to here, and then probably just cut through the swamps. That may not be the best idea, but since I'm already faking this run, or recreating it, I might as well just make it as quick as possible. So we may die, we may not, but let's give it a shot. All right. Well, let's see if we can't just run down here. So the good news is it's going to be dark soon, which makes it easier to sneak. The bad news is that once it gets dark, it gets really dark and hard for me to see much of anything. So you may just be looking at a black screen soon. All right, let's get back on this road over here. And we'll take this road into Sharp. Okay, so looks like we're running into enemies up here. And it's blood spiders. I don't think they've seen us yet, so let's try to retreat. No, they see us. Alright, we're going to have to fight these blood spiders. So it is going to be a little bit eventful. Let's also get Silver Shade back from the action, so he can use his ranged weapon. Alright. So we had two guys go down, but that's not the end of the world, and it's to be expected. Like I said, we really have no business being here. I'll have Lurking pick up Ruka, and Kang pick up Rain. And normally I'd say we should, loot these blood spiders so they don't get back up and attack us. It's really difficult to see where they fell and where they died. So I'm going to take the risk of not looting body parts off of them and just make a run for it. It looks like Ora needs some healing too. Okay. Let's get back to sneaking. And let's move on. As you can see, if we didn't have those bodyguards with us, this mercenary company, we would have been completely wrecked. Uh, those those few blood spiders, you know, took out one of our best fighters and a pretty good fighter. So again, I probably should have come here after we got a little bit of combat experience, but I am trying to make this as efficient as possible. So we're gonna take some risks. All right, so we've got a nest up ahead. I don't know what kind. But let's assume it's a non-violent one. Yeah? And sneak on by. Because there are non-aggressive mobs in the swamp, namely turtles and swamp raptors. What do we got over there? Something's. Those are blood spiders. So we'll have to be a little more careful here. What do we got here? A wandering assassin. That's cool. He's not going to attack us or nothing. And by sneaking, we should be moving slow enough that we don't bump into those blood spiders that are patrolling ahead of us. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, the good thing about these mercs is that when you sneak, they sneak as well. You're less likely to draw attention to yourself. We got some enemies up ahead. A swamp ninja Ganon. But again, I don't think we're going to bump into them. So it looks like some swamp ninja Ganon are coming to attack us. It looks like it's only one. I don't see his buddies running around. On the same token, I don't necessarily want to stick around and meet his friends. And if we were going to be truthful to the last play, we didn't actually take out any Swamp Ninja Genin, although they do have good weapons. So I'm going to say thank you for doing your job, Merc, but we're going to move on. I guess we're so close, we might as well help out, right? Alright. We didn't take too much damage in that fight. Just hope his friends aren't around here. And we should loot this guy, even though we're not going to see his sword later. Just the fact that we don't want him to get up and start following us. And let's start sneaking again just to be safe. Alright, we're coming up on Shark. This went a lot smoother than the last run, if I'm being honest. Yeah, okay. Mercenaries, that's fine. Okay. We can turn off sneak since we've made it to the gates. The first thing we're going to do is we'll just go to the dancing skeleton. And we'll see who we can hire in here. In fact, we should probably put our wounded guys in bed. So let's put Ruka in bed and Rain the Giant in bed. We might as well have Orin rest as well. He's pretty banged up. And I mean, we might as well have Lurking sleep as well, just to heal up. I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter, because it's going to get spliced into the next one, so let's just ignore that for now. Let's take a look at who's here is available to be hired. So we definitely want to hire Green. And we want to hire Puhat. Alright, so let's hire Green right now. Alright, so we've got Green. He already comes kind of spec'd as an archer, which is great. And let's hire Puhat, because I do know that we have enough currency to do it. That looks like that's it for these guys. Let's check out the other bar in town. And we'll hire Hamut. Who else is here? We'll hire Borlane. Now, these two skeletons that I'm hiring, they're random recruits. The reason why I'm hiring them is that skeletons don't eat, and they get a bonus to their experience gain on turrets. So my plan is to get a bunch of skeletons, put them on turret duty at our base, and then have them just work on base defense for the future of the game once we build a base. So I believe that's Mew over there. We'll have Lurking talk to Mew and hire her. What makes Mew great is she's really good at labor, and she's more importantly she's good at agriculture, farming, I should say. So she will be very useful once we get a base up and running. And let me check my list here, make sure we got everybody. So we got Green, Mew, Hamut. Stubbs is the only guy that we don't have here. Because we're gonna pick up because we're gonna pick up at the next recording. Yeah, I don't see stubs in here. A bunch of stone rats, mercs. All right, we'll go back and we'll check the other bar, see if we missed them. Because again, sometimes these guys have a way of walking around. There's Stubbs. We'll hire him. Okay. So we've got Green, Stubbs, Mew, and Hamut. And we're gonna pick up Doc Chung in the near future. So let's just grab everybody. And in fact, normally, we healed up here before we moved on. And also in the last run that wasn't recorded, we lost all our mercs. They ended up dying along the way. So we ended up hiring more mercs. So this run's going actually much smoother than the last one, but I don't want to recreate it because this is just for the sake of the recording. So basically, we're just going to grab everybody, even though they're not healed up. And I guess this is a good place. Bing, bang, boom, through the magic of software editing, we're going to have a nice fade out here. And then we'll pick up at nightfall trying to make our way home. We're going to head over to Mudtown, cross our fingers, and hope we survive it. We'll put it on group run again. Now, the good news is, as the size of our group increases, even though we're terrible, there is a strength in numbers, so to speak. So our survivability is going up. And once we actually get some combat training in, it will go even higher. Okay. So one thing about Mew is she's a unique recruit, and she can sense when there's spiders around. So let's slow things down so that we don't run into these spiders. And that's Mudtown. That's the village we're trying to get to. Okay, I don't see any spiders, so let's speed things up a little bit. Let's also check on the food situation. Make sure everyone's got something to eat. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Well, something just attacked us, or it's about to attack us. That's just a mercenary. Can you attack your own mercenaries? Seems ill-advised. Alright, we're safe in the village. Let's go to the bar. There's our boy Doc Chung. Let's save our game while we're at it, too. Alright, so we've got Doc Chung now. Have Lurk and give him some food. And he's great because he's going to be our researcher. He's got some science skill. He's got a 40 field medic. Now, truthfully, there's a unique recruit called Izumi, and she is actually better at science than Doc Chung. However, she costs money, and she can be in any UC city out there. So, uh, Doc Chung's going to be our choice for. Okay. So I say we follow the roads, cut through here, and get on home to where it's safe. Because we do not belong here. I'm going to assume that those red arrows are the guards. Okay, so those are just swamp raptors. Again, they're not uh, they're not aggressive if you don't attack them. So well, based on the fact that I hear fighting going on, I don't see our mercs. No, they're still here with us. Okay, those are just the swamp raptors. Nope, got some blood spiders here. Okay, so a couple of guys went down, but we survived that encounter. And while Borlane's doing repairs on himself, let's see if we can't loot these blood spiders so they don't come back and start attacking us. Gosh, I really wish that this game had the ability to highlight enemies that have fallen. Because really, you can't see anything here, right? And again, we're just looting these guys. They don't come back to life on it. Not even the monetary amount, no? Okay. Let's pick up our wounded. Guy's got to repair himself. Um, I guess first we'll do some splints. Well, that's not going to help much. So we'll have Ruka pick up lurking, just because he's going to slow everybody down. And we'll have Rain pick up Mew. And we'll have Kang pick up Dak Chung. Orlin just stopped repairing himself for some reason. And the good news is his swamp raptor's eating up these corpses of the blood spiders. So good on him. Okay, now we'll have Borlane repair Huhat. And he should have enough repair kit to do this properly. All right, that's one that came back to life. Let's be sure to loot him. Puhat can repair himself as well, so it goes a little bit faster. Okay, so everyone looks like they're healed up. We can actually put Doc Chung down because he is conscious, and if there is another fight, he'll go down immediately. But he does have perfect legs, so he's not going to slow us down. And I think I'd rather have some of our fighters with free hands. Mew is still unconscious, and Lurking's legs are just so messed up We're not even going to try splinting them. Let's gather our party together. Okay, well, kill this guy. That's why we hired the mercs, right? I don't think any of our guys got wounded. I think that was all the mercs. So let us continue. And as soon as we get clear, we're going to go ahead and sneak. Right? Let's continue. Looks like we've got some enemies up there. Difficult to see where they are. Let's sneak away. And of course, Merc just out. Well, all right, it's more blood spiders. There's only 3 of them. We're not going to outrun them, so let's get back to it. $109 damage. Brutal. Stubbs is in a bad way. Okay. Well, we survived that as well. Let's heal up as best we can. And we'll up Doc Chung. Borlin repair himself. Uhat repair himself. All right. Now we're gonna grab the teeth off these blood spiders so they don't get back up. Swear to God, as soon as they die, they just like fall through the terrain. So Ruka's carrying Lurking. Rain is carrying Mew. And so Kang can carry Stubbs. Doc Chung needs to be carried as well. We'll have Oren pick up Doc Chung. Let's try splinting Doc Chung. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Alright, we'll have Oren pick up Dak Chung. We'll see how the repairs are coming along here. This guy's just aimless for some reason. At least Borlane's repairing himself. Did Puhat run out of... No, Puhat's still got a repair kit. I mean, it may make more sense even just to run away instead of sitting here and repairing. I don't want those blood spiders to come back online. But in any case, we did it. So let's keep moving here. We should be sufficiently far away that we can sneak again. Um, Now the road goes through this water, but that's just going to slow us down majorly. So we're going to cut up here, across this embankment. All right, so it says that there's a bunch of enemies that can. What are those? Okay, those are just swamp raptors, so we're fine. Thankfully. But that is a blood spider. And that's a blood spider as well. So let's attack all. I feel like we should put down these wounded guys as well. At least the ones that aren't unconscious. Let's move green back. Silver shade back as well. Ooh, Doc Shug just getting wrecked. You know, believe it or not, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to us because we are getting some valuable fighting experience, which I have been neglecting for our party. We're not dead yet. Certainly would be embarrassing. We got so far, then just got wrecked, but let's see who else is injured here. Ruka's injured. Rain. Hang. And Borlane. Puhat. Well. And we'll pick these guys back up. Just so they don't slow us down. Puhat's out of repair kit. Borlane's getting there as well. Okay. So it looks like we've got everybody. Let's keep on moving. Get out of this terrible, terrible place. Well, hope that nest's not something deadly. But let's sneak, see if we can't sneak past it. Someone just got hit. Looks like it's another blood spider. Let's attack it. Oh no, rain! And it's some kind of red saber as well. That's not good. We got a bunch of red sabers here. I don't know why Borley and Hamud are still sneaking around. Attack something, guys. Oop. Get green out of there. There we go. We are so close to getting out of here, guys. There we go. Alright, I think that's the last of them. Let's loot these guys in case they get up. Maybe someone like King can take the weapon. Hmm. Let's start healing up. King. Again, we really don't want these things coming back up to fight us. Right, we'll have Borlane repair himself, or we'll have him repair Puhat, because Puhat's in worse condition. Um, Geez, there's so many of our guys that are down. At the very least, we got to carry the unconscious one. So we'll have Kang pick up Ruka, Silver Shade pick up Rain the Giant, pick up Orin, Green pick up Mew. We'll wait on these guys to repair up. I guess Lurkin can pick up. Is anyone picking up Stubbs yet? I guess Lurkin can pick up Doc. While that's happening, go loot this red saber in case he decides to get up. Kang hasn't picked up Ruka yet. Why is King just standing around? Is it because he's already carrying Stubbs? Okay. Silver Shade has Rain. Boot has Oron. Green has Mew. What a mess. I guess for saying that I'm going to give you a very conservative way to play, this is an awfully risky move. We're so close to getting out of here. We just got to get to right here and we'll be safe. In fact, let's grab everybody here, move them closer in. Meanwhile, we can see what we can do about splinting some of these injuries. I really don't know how successful that's going to be, but have everybody sneak. All right, so Puhat's actually not. He's damaged, right? But he's not bleeding out. So let's just have Borlane repair himself instead until the bleeding stops. And then we can always do more repairs when we get back to Squin. And I'll have Puhat pick up Ruka. All right, that's good enough. We really got to get out of here. They're moving so slow because no one's got like functioning legs. Maybe we should have hired those guys for 2 days. We got one merc come back. We had a couple of them. I think we're gonna make it, guys. I think that was kind of an embarrassing show on our part, but we're gonna make it. And they got some valuable combat experience. Lord knows they got some toughness training. Let's see how everyone's doing on food. He's got 2 units. One. Kang is out, but he just ate. Orin's out. Silver Shade has 4. I think we're good. Well, I think we actually made it. And I agree. That was a tough job. I guess in hindsight, we probably should have hired him for 2 days, but we're so close to getting out of here, guys. And it's Dust Bandits. See if we can sneak away. Sneak out of their way, guys. They're definitely chasing us. Oh. They're following leader. None of them is actually attacking us. Let's see if we can't sneak out of their way. Okay. Maybe we can pay them off. Right? Let's see if we can pay them off. Yeah, we can definitely pay them off. All right. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about paying off the Dust Bandits. At least they were in the mood to talk, right? I bet it's lurking that's slowing us down. So let's have Ruka just pick up lurking. Unless lurking's carrying somebody. I think he is. That's okay. We'll hobble back home. I'm going to turn off everyone's jobs for now. All right, home safe. Let's sell off all our teeth. So yeah, so I guess I've got to decide: do we want to hang out here, do some just initial research, and use the money that we get from mining for that, or do we want to make an ill-advised trip to the Fog Islands, grab some more unique recruits? I think what we should do probably is just research and buy maps to areas, because we really haven't bought that much in the way of maps. And then once we get a map to Mongrel, then we can decide if we want to run up to Mongrel. I mean, we know that Mongrel's right here, but uh, I don't know. I have to think about it. Anyways, if you've been hanging out, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good evening.